Okay, a very good morning. Today we would discuss the second poem of our book Hornbill. Page number is 31 and the title is The Laburnum Talk by Ted Hughes.
Ted Hughes is described as one of the leading English poets of the 20th century. His work was strongly influenced by the rural landscape of his birthplace. Hughes's poetry is largely dominated by nature, and animals play an important role in his work. His poetry focuses on the profound effect that animals living in the trees and skies have on the human spirit. Hughes was appointed Poet Laureate in 1984, and he held this post for the next 14 years till his death in 1998. In 2011, a memorial to Hughes was built in the Poets' Corner of Westminster Abbey. Hughes wrote several anthologies of poems, including The Hawk in the Rain in 1957, Wadrobe in 1967, Lupercal and the Crow in 1970, Cave Birds in 1978, Moortown in 1979, and The River in 1983. In the poem, The Laburnum Talk, Hughes describes the complementary relationship between a laburnum tree and a goldfinch, a small bird with yellow feathers. The poem begins with a description of the stark and silent laburnum tree. It is home to a goldfinch and its young ones. When the goldfinch arrives to feed her young ones, the tree is completely transformed. It comes alive with the chirping of the goldfinch family. But when the goldfinch flies away after feeding her young ones, the laburnum tree once again returns to its former state of silence. The relationship between the laburnum tree and the goldfinch is mutual. The tree offers a home and shelter to the bird and its offspring. The yellow color of the tree acts as a camouflage for the goldfinch, offering it safety and protection. On its part, the energy of the goldfinch and its family makes the tree come alive. Similarly, family and relationship bring energy to life and help us deal with loneliness and struggles of life. The central message of the poem is that life is a process of exchange of energy between people through relationships which transform people and keep them alive. Without companionship, life seems empty and sad.
His finest poems, and he talks about animal symbolism also here in this poem, and he had a great interest in animals and birds and wildlife. Okay, so this is about the poet. I'll recite this poem once and then we would discuss it. He says, The laburnum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon, yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. Then, sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings. The whole tree trembles and trills. It is the engine of her family. She strokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. Then, with eerie, delicate whistle chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Okay, so in the beginning of the poem, this poet here in this poem, he talks about the relationship between the tree laburnum top, the tree laburnum tree, and the goldfinch. Okay, So there's a relationship between the two. This poem is all about rejuvenation and it's all about energy. Okay, so he says in the beginning of the poem, he says the laburnum top is silent. The bird has made its nest towards the topmost branch of the laburnum tree. Okay, so he says the laburnum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon, yellow September sunlight. So in the beginning of the poem, there's nobody is there. Okay, and even no wind is blowing, so even the leaves are like motionless. There's no movement of the leaves also. So he says it is silent, quiet, still. What is the poetic device used here in the first line? Silent, quiet. What is the poetic device used? Silent, quiet, still. It is alliteration. SS, repetition of these. Yes, you need to type your answers, online students. If I when I ask you a question, you type in your answer. Okay. So sometimes you people are not audible to me, or sometimes you are not. Your voice is not clear. It cracks. So that is why it's better if you type the answer. Yes, Shubhangi, alliteration. SS, repetition of the sound S in the first line, and then he says in the and there is personification also. He says the tree is silent, so it is personification too. In the afternoon, yellow September sunlight. So which season is going on? Autumn season is going on, and he says in the afternoon, yellow September sunlight is the month of September. A few leaves yellowing, and yellow here it refers to the warm and faded light also. Yeah, the light is very warm and faded. A few and the leaves are yellowing because it is the month of fall. So during the autumn season, the leaves fall off, or and even the seeds have fallen down. Got it? Have you followed this?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is laburnum? Laburnum is a short tree. It's called the gold chain tree. Okay, and it has hanging branches, yellow flowers, and poisonous seeds. Okay, got it? So, the time of the day that is described here is in the first stanza. Time of the day.
Daytime.
Which time?
Noon.
Noon. It is noon time. Okay, and how does this September sunlight appear?
Warm and yellow.
Yes, it is yellow and warm and faded, kind of. And the leaves have fallen off. And it remains silent till the goldfinch comes. Okay, it is goldfinch is a kind of a bird. It is wild canary. Okay, and with a twitching chirrup. What is twitching?
Sound. Or a movement.
Movement. It is not. It is a movement. Twitching is a movement. Okay, it's a kind of a movement. And he says it comes with a twitching chirrup. And what is chirrup?
Sound.
Chirrup is chirping sound. So this is a sound, it's the same sound as it comes. So the poetic device is onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
It's an onomatopoeic sound. Onomatopoeia के spellings कौन बताएगा मुझे? What is onomatopoeia?
O-N-O-M-E-T-O-P-I-A.
Onomatopoeia. P-I-A?
P-O.
Yes.
P-O.
It's onomatopoeia. And there's a suddenness. The moment it enters, the whole tree comes to life. It is silent, it is quite motionless in the beginning, but the moment the goldfinch, the bird enters the tree comes to life. There is suddenness, there is startlement. What do you understand by startlement? Some kind of surprise, some kind of amazement at the entry of the bird. At the branch end, again it is alliteration, suddenness, startlement. And the poet in the next line, he compares the movement of the bird to that of a lizard. He says, then sleek as a lizard. So the bird is very smooth and sleek. It moves very smoothly and sleek in a sleek manner, very softly. And the poetic device is simile. Okay, sleek as a lizard. So comparison of two discrete items.
Using
The movement and using of by the use of the words like or as. So it is simile. Okay. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt. Alert and abrupt. It's again alliteration. You can call it assonance also, because when there is repetition of vowel sounds, vowel sounds, so it is assonance. Okay, alert and abrupt. It's very alert. It is very abrupt. And why? What is the reason for the bird being abrupt or alert? Because she is very cautious of the predators, because her little ones, her chicks are there, so she is waiting for the food. And
written that she made a mess.
we are assuming it. That is why she reaches there, at the top. So maybe it could be one of the interpretations. Okay. She enters the thickness, she enters the thick foliage, the leaves, and the machine starts up. So here the poetic device, when the poet uses this expression, a machine starts up. The poetic device used here is metaphor. Okay, he's compared, the bird, the little buds, the little birds, the young ones of the this bird with the machine, the entire machine of chitterings and tremor of wings. So they keep on fluttering their wings. They start chirping because they're hungry. They want food. The bird has come to feed them, so they are hungry. And there is a machine that starts up of chitterings. What is chittering? It's again an onomatopoeic word. It's against a sound. Okay, sound created by birds. And there is tremor of wings, shaking of wings, and trillings. What are trillings?
Shivering.
Trembling is shivering, and trilling is short, high pitched sound. Okay, it's a high pitched sound, and the whole tree is now trembling and it is trilling. There is thrill, there is tremor, there's so much of movement, jerky movement, just because of the entry of the birds and the reaction of the chicks. ठीक है, वो तो little ones जो उसके ठीक है उसके बेबीज हैं वो इतना शोर मचा रहे हैं, they're moving, so the entire tree comes to life and the whole tree trembles and trills. Again, alliteration, tree trembles and trills. It is the engine of a family. Who is the engine of a family? The bird, the mother bird. Okay, the goldfinch is the engine of a family. Again, metaphor. Okay, it is the engine of a family. She stokes it full. What is stoking it full? Adding fuel to something. So what is she adding? She's giving food. She's serving food. She's feeding her little ones. So she's stoking them full, and then after feeding them, what does she do? She flirts out to a branch. Okay, she moves out to a branch end, moves away, and then she shows her barred face identity mask. What does barred face identity mask means? Yes, she has a kind of a stripes on her face. Her face has a kind of a stripe, and it becomes her identity mask. उसके face पे stripes हैं, और वो उसके identity mask सा बना. It's a kind of a sign of recognition. You can recognize the bird by that, by those stripes, the goldfinch. Okay. Then with eerie, delicate whistle chirrup whisperings. Eerie, what is eerie? Something strange or mysterious kind of a sound. That is eerie, mysterious sound. She creates a kind of a soft, mysterious sound, and she launches away. What is launching away? She just flies away. She moves away towards the infinite, towards the sky. Infinite here refers to the sky. And then, with the going away of the bird, the tree again plunges into silence. So it subsides to empty. The tree again fades into silence. There is no movement, there is no sound after the going away of the bird. Got it?
Yes.
So if I say till the goldfinch comes, the laburnum top remains what?
Sorry.
Till the goldfinch comes, the laburnum top remains
Silent.
silent. And with what kind of a movement does the goldfinch arrive? Yes, with the suddenness, with the jerking kind of a movement. And the goldfinch is sleek and dull, sleek, alert and slow, sleek, careless and abrupt, sleek, alert and abrupt.
Sleep, alert,
Sleek, alert and abrupt. Okay, so trillings are short high sounds, short whispering sounds, long high sounds, long low sounds.
short, high sound.
Short high sounds. Okay, so you can get any question, any meaning could be asked from you people to explain. Okay, and the whole tree trembles with the wind, the storm, the weight of birds, excitement and activity. Excitement and activity. Okay. It in the second line of it is not the second line. It's the second stanza, third last line. It refers to whom?
The mother bird.
The mother bird, or you can say the goldfinch. The goldfinch. Okay. So this is about this. The goldfinch, I told you, it's a small singing bird with yellow feathers on its wings, and it is also called wild canary. Okay. So it has black markings across the face, black and brown markings across the face. There are markings on the nose also, on the tail also, and that it uses as a kind of a mask. Okay, so this is about this poem. I want you to go discuss various other things also that are left, along with the questions in reference to context tomorrow. Okay, I'll take your attendance, and again a gentle reminder to everybody that you have to appear in all your unit tests, whatever subjects you have opted for. जो भी आपने subjects लिए हैं, वो 5 जो main subjects हैं उसमें सबने appear होना है.